If you're anything like me, you don't really like scary movies, but you want a little bit of a fright every now and then this is the list for you. First movie is The Others. It's a pretty old film starring Nicole Kidman, but what I like about this film is that even though I saw it in my probably early teens, it still stuck with me because it's that perfect blend of like creepy, suspense, not too sure what's going to happen next, a couple of jumps but not too many, and a really good twist at the end. So all in all, I think it's a really good film that's not too scary. Second film is Get Out. It's pretty big. If you haven't seen it already, then maybe you should. But it's a really great slow burning psychological kind of thriller that gets kind of gory at the end. So if you don't like gory stuff, then maybe don't watch it. But even though it's R18, I still didn't find it too spooky or paranormal, so it wasn't too scary for me. Thirdly is a film called Only Lovers Left Alive, directed by Jim Jarmusch and starring Tilda Swinton. It's not really a horror film, it's more of a like love story / drama, but it's got horror elements to it. So if you really don't like horror or scary films, then maybe this could be a good kind of meeting in the middle. It is about two vampires who have been in love over centuries, so it does include some blood drinking and a little bit of gore, but all in all, it's a really cool and unique film that kind of sits in that horror niche. Next is a limited series called The Act, which is also similar to a film called Run. The Act is a really creepy series, and it's not creepy because it's a horror, although it is horrible, but yeah, just the way it builds tension throughout each episode is just really amazing. It's really twisted and awful, and it is based on a true story, which somehow makes it even more horrible than a spooky horror film. Run is a movie that's based on the same true story, and it's also quite good as well. So if you want to watch a limited series, I would suggest The Act. I liked it slightly more than Run, but Run is also good if you want to watch a movie. The next film I want to talk about is Parasite, directed by Bong Joon-ho, and it's an amazing film. If you haven't seen it, don't let the subtitles or that it's a Korean film put you off. It is so unique, and it takes a while to become a horror film, but the way the main characters lie and manipulate is so twisted that, yeah, it's just amazing how it all kind of unfolds at the end. It does get quite gory at the end, so again, if you don't like gore, then maybe this isn't the film for you, but definitely highly recommend this film. Next is a film called I Came By, which is fairly new to Netflix. I watched it last week, and I thought the concept was quite unique and original. And I also really enjoyed Hugh Bonneville from Downton Abbey playing quite a creepy, sinister bad guy. So yeah, a really good film as well. Next is a film called Prey, which is on Disney+, and it's part of the Predator series of films. So if you haven't seen those films, that's fine. You don't actually need to see them to kind of follow this one along, but it's about a young native Indian girl, and she's kind of out to prove her hunting skills against those of her fellow like young male tribe mates who basically treat her like crap because she's a female. So there's lots to enjoy about this film, and the predator, who is like an alien predator, kind of comes to Earth for his like initiation, I guess you could say, and it becomes this kind of game of cat and mouse against her and the predator. So really cool, lots of action, lots of gore, lots of blood. Yeah, it's awesome. Lastly, I want to recommend a whole bunch of films, and they are directed by M. Night Shyamalan. If you don't like his films, then that's fine, but I really enjoy them because to me, they're the perfect scary but not too scary film. The latest one I watched is called Old, and it's really original, as all of his films are. It's made me very anxious and very tense, so I definitely had those feelings of being in like a horror film or watching a horror film. But again, it doesn't have all of the elements of horror that might make it too scary. So if you want something that feels like a horror film without being too horrific, then this might be for you. Other films of his that I really like are Signs, and some people might poo-poo this movie, but I also really enjoyed The Happening as well. So slightly creepy, some scary parts, but overall not too scary if you are a wimp like me. What films do you love that are scary but not too scary? I would love to know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.